Hello survivors, and welcome to another Temtem swarm video. In today's video we're actually going to show you how to farm Pansuns. There is a way to do it. It is going to give you between 5,000 to any random number above that. You can get maybe 7,000, 8,000. It's very random. So I've done it a lot of times, and 5,000 is about a base, so it's around 5,000 as a usual number. So let's get into it. I use how chick, but if you have Smarzy at a really high level, if you've got everything unlocked, then you can use him as well. The reason I would say use Smarzy is because we're going into Tukma, and the enemies in Tukma are weak to earth skills, so they are weak to his size munch wretch as well as some of his other skills. However, I use how chick because I just think she's really quick. She isn't weak to the area, and the water skills are actually very strong. So the skills like a water blade, water cannon, if you have it, if you've killed Oshiara, which down in the description, I'll put another video where I show you guys how to kill Oshiara with Nestler within 1 minute, so that you can unlock the water cannon, which is the skill that we use immediately. We are going to increase the speed of our... Do we want to? No, we need to actually grab ourselves a water blade, which is great. We also need to grab magnet, and then we also need to grab the Pansuns upgrade, the one that's going to give us more Pansuns per level gained of that actual passive. So those are the most important things, is magnet, we actually need heat sink. So there we go, Panlope. So that's the most important thing to level up as quickly as possible, and then we make sure we pick up every single one that we see. This is probably the only time you'll see me happy to see Pansun Feast. However, I'm only happy to see it right at the very end, where it lasts for a longer time. If our very first objective is a Pansun Feast, I'm going to be like, oh no, that was terrible. Why did the game give it to us? So hopefully that's not the case, but we'll see what happens. I do want as much as possible, and I'm hoping that today's video is going to give us or net us a really large amount, because the one that I did just before this landed up getting about 7,000 to 8,000, and it will be a really nice one to get again. In terms of RNG, the best thing that you could get is yourself control zones, and the reason I'm saying that is because control zones give you not a set amount, but they give you extra Pansuns every time you open up a chest. The control zones is a guaranteed chest drop, and that's going to make it a lot better and easier for us. Alright, we do grab Hollow Core over here because we do want the extra XP gain. The faster we level up, the faster we can get everything, and the easier it's going to be for us to get more Pansuns. So the faster we level up, the faster we're going to be doing damage, the more Pansuns we can collect, the more enemies we can kill, and the more Pansuns will drop just generally or naturally from enemies as well. So getting ourselves Hollow Core does help with that. We also pick up Wave. The only skill that we would evolve if we really wanted to would be Wave, and that's only because of the amount of clear that the Wave provides us for the build. So if you're looking for synergies, Wave will be the only one. With heatsink, it also does help with gaining increased cooldown reduction on the ultimate, so it does help you with that as well, which is really good for us here too, and that's going to be very good. Also, because of our skill tree being maxed, we do gain 3 Pansuns per 1 Pansun picked up, and that's without having the Panalope leveled up. So at level 1, every single Pansun we pick up is actually worth 3 times the amount of the original Pansun collected. So just so you do know. Also, there is a timing in the game where you're going to get a lot of elites that spawn at a single time. We do want to try keep our ultimate at the exact time that they spawn, and the reason for this is because they give us a whack ton of Pansuns. So try hold, I mean, it's quite late into the game. It's like, I think it's like at a 12 minute to around somewhere between 12 to 15 minutes. I know that's a very big ball figure time, but once you get it, and if you see them, they do spawn the same time every match. So once you see them once, take a note of the time and then use that to your advantage, and you'll be able to get a whack ton of Pansuns out of them. So it is going to make quite a big difference. Over here, we're going to grab magnetic module first before we get the heatsink. Like I mentioned, you don't need heatsink. It's just nice to grab. So we're going to grab that first. We've got a summoning circle over here, which is fantastic because that's going to give us more XP. Pop our ultimate so we don't even need to move and everything around us dies. Fantastic. Level up that. We're going to level up the Pangelope. We don't need any other skills. We only need the water skills. So if you wanted, if your skill tree isn't maxed, you don't need to max out your actual skills. If anything, that makes it harder because you now need to go and collect other skills. And the other thing is you are able to get Pansuns when you are max level. So getting yourself 4 gear, 4 skills, you can use these 4. If you want, you can use 5 gears and to get the heatsink as well. But otherwise, we're in a pretty good spot. Could grab movement speed as well as a gear. That will help as well, increasing the movement speed, being able to run around really fast like we currently did because of that pickup. Also, do not forget that you have a dash. Dash is very, very good. Comes in handy, getting us around the map very, very quickly. So we've been very unlucky with our objectives. We were hoping for more control points. We're getting summons, which is good. Don't get me wrong, that's great. However, we want things that are going to give us money, which is the control points, which we aren't getting. So we only got 1, which is fine. We should be on around 1,000 as a base before the first boss, which we're nearly at. So we're kind of on point with what we usually get. And we should be able to get to a really, really good start. I mean, a good finish over here. So hopefully things go really well for us. Again, a lot of it's RNG, but as a base, we are looking at around 5k per run. It's a 15-minute run, and we should be in a good spot there. Level that up. We do need to get our Pansun level up. It is only level 2. So if we can get more levels into that, that would be great. Pop our ultimate. We did accidentally get hit there, which is unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. And this dude is dead. So there we go. There's another chest for us. More money. The rarer the chest, the more money you get. So there we just got 800 Pansuns. So making sure that your luck is maxed out in the skill tree as well is a must, because that's going to allow you to get lucky and get those chests that are going to give you a whack ton of Pansuns. Just picking up the life while we're there. You can grab fluid barrier if you feel like you need to have the extra defense, but that's then another skill that you need to level up and worry about. So right now we're just trying to max out everything that we've got already, and then we'll start worrying about other skills and things like that. Okay, we do get another summoning circle. This has been really good for us in terms of XP. It definitely helps a lot, but again, it's not really actually something we wanted. We wanted control points rather. XP gain has been leveled up fully, which is great, so we're no longer going to get that. We should get yellow upgrades from summoning circles now, which is actually really good. Or, you know, XP drops from them, which means we get more XP, more levels, more damage. You know the drill. Alright, so I think this may be a feast, but I can't remember the exact positions. Usually the feasts are all in the same position. We've been pretty lucky to not get them. Sometimes I've had like 3 or 4 back to back, and that's just been really, really bad for us. But this one, we haven't had that. We've had more summoning circles back to back, which has been a little bit of a blessing in some sense, because it's allowed us to deal more damage. I don't even know how we destroyed something this far, but I will grab that. There was a patch yesterday that made some of the enemies a little bit more tanky. However, as you can see, it doesn't really change much. So those were one of the guys. I don't know if they were made tanky or less tanky. It was one or the other. They were either nerfed or made more tanky. But some of them, or majority of the enemies, were made stronger. especially some of the bosses. Increased life and things like that. And I think they had to do it because, you know, giving us the ability to fully level our skill tree did give us a lot of extra damage that we otherwise wouldn't have had. So, you know, they're trying to balance it out by making things a little bit more healthy and deal a little bit more damage. Okay, we are 8 minutes in. We're on 2,500. We got level 6 over there. Unfortunately, we can't grab it because we need to grab the evolution. You can choose to grab it over it. That's not really that big of a deal. That's 5% increase gains, which isn't going to help us too much. But we should pick up a chest sometime soon. We do get a nest here. There's 2 things you can hope for from a nest. You can either get the Pansun magnet or you can get the XP magnet. Both are going to be very good. Over here, we get the XP magnet, which is going to allow us to level up faster, giving us the magnet module. I'm actually going to go and level up wave because we need to get increased levels in it so it can deal more damage to the enemies around us. Pop our ultimate, which, by the way, with max skill tree, we get so many tentacles around the place and it just deals so much damage to everything. Bosses, if you pop your ultimate and a boss is standing still, and it hits exactly where the boss is standing, you can expect that boss to take a massive amount of damage. So hopefully we get to show you that with this run as well, just to show you how much damage you can expect to do when you hit a boss like that. But I would like to show you guys a Pansun feast if we ever decide to find one. But this has been a really good RNG run actually. The fact that we got a Pansun feast early and we haven't seen another one is actually really good because it's the one thing we don't want early. If you get it at like your 13 minutes, see this one's still only a 15-second Pansun feast, so it's not really the greatest, but it does give us a lot of gold. So we're on 2.5. Let's see how much we get when we kill or once we've gathered all of the Pansuns in the area. So by the looks of it, we're sitting at about, ooh, we do get a magnet as well. I'll take that. So we got about 500 Pansuns in total from everything that was laying on the floor. It's okay. Wasn't too bad. But as you can see, ooh, thermal paste. That's good. That's good. We're actually going to grab that. Fantastic. And now we've got another one over here, summoning circle. We will grab that. Why not? Actually, what I should do is banish the other skills. We'll see if we have levels to spare. And that's exactly what we should do. We should banish all of these skills. Once we max level and those are the only things we can grab, I'm going to get rid of them. Alright, this is probably the hardest boss fight because of it being weak to... Oh no, it moved. Oh well, died anyway, but we did summon a tentacle under it and then it decided to move. We do get another big chest, 618 Pansuns. As you can see, we're already on 4,000. You don't have to beat the boss, ladies and gentlemen. The final boss doesn't drop you any Pansuns. It doesn't drop you anything. So if you die to the boss, don't worry about it. It really doesn't matter. You're gonna get the same amount of Pansuns in it. In fact, if you wanted to maybe farm more, you could not kill the boss and you could actually ignore them and just run around killing more enemies, collecting more Pansuns. But I think it's faster to just restart the run and go again because you're not gonna find more. I don't think more objectives spawn. I could be wrong there because I have had 1 or 2 spawn in the past, but I don't know if that was a bug or not. So if more objectives spawn, then that's actually fantastic and you want to then not kill the boss to farm more. But if you just want to speed run, move over to the next objective, whatever the case is, I mean move over to the next map or the next farming session, rather do that and keep going forward or restarting. Alright, are you going to give us an XP magnet again? I don't know. What do we get? We get an XP magnet. Perfect. Alright, we do find Survivor's Burst. I've never actually evolved the tentacle, so I am going to take this because we've never ever seen Tentacle Slash. summon a big tentacle that breaks the floor when impacted with it. So that's really cool. Oh yes, I like that. That is huge. It is the first time picking up tentacle / plus, so we all got to experience it together, which is really, really cool. It's been really difficult to find its evolution or synergy skill, for me at least, because I've been doing this for quite some time and I just never picked it up, so it just is unfortunate. 4,000 Pansuns. I'm hoping we at least get to 5,000, so at least I could be like, see, 5,000 minimum is what you get. We need one more control zone to get that, I think. Alright, stim pack. Another, any of the next objectives, as long as it's not a nest, should put us to 5k. And it should be spawning anytime. Around 13 minutes. I probably shouldn't have used the ultimate then. Should have held on to it, but it should be up pretty soon. And there we go. You know, I should have not used the ultimate. If it's a Pansuns feast, we'll wait till we get our ultimate back, just so we can pop it inside the middle of it. Again, there's no real rush. We still got 2 more minutes. So even if it is a feast, we can wait and hold off. Okay, it's not, so we don't have to worry. Alright, perfect. It's actually a chest for free. We do need to make sure we don't mess it up and stand out of the circle, because if we do, we're going to lose out on the free money. And we don't want that happening. It is a long wait, however, so do keep that in mind, because like I mentioned earlier in the video, the longer, the further into the round that the objective is, the longer you have to stand there waiting for it to end. So do keep that in mind. We did use our ultimate again, when again we shouldn't have, because we're getting to the point where I think those elites are going to spawn. But we do get an epic chest over there, massive amounts of their survivor burst is only maxed there. This can still go to level 9, I think it goes to 70%, and we've maxed that. So a couple more levels and we're actually full on everything. There we go, we've maxed out the Pansun, which is awesome. Which means now when we pick up a Pansun, we're getting a lot. I don't actually know the number, I couldn't see it there, let's see. We're getting about 6 per drop, which is huge, actually. And then it does affect your drops from the chests as well. Okay, where are those elites? They haven't spawned yet. Don't they spawn soon? Did I kill them and not know I killed them? Do they only show up in certain areas? Are they a random event? Ah, here they are. Ha ha ha. Dropped our ulti. Oh yeah, 7. We just got 1,000 Pansuns from those guys. So like I mentioned, that was about 14 minutes 35 seconds, just in case you were wondering on the time. So at around just before the 15-minute mark, you're going to get those elites. Keep your ultimate for them, because when they spawn, they are going to give you a whack ton of Pansuns. So let's go grab the thermal paste for the cooldown reduction. And we've got the boss. Again, doesn't matter if you kill the boss or not, because he doesn't drop you anything. Just take your time. Kill him if you can. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. But that was really, really good for us. We got exactly what we needed. We are fast enough to outrun him as well, which is really, really cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you saw how to do it. Max Panlope, get the magnetic module. We landed up getting a Holocaust Impact and Thermal Paste. It was actually super, super lucky. The most important thing is to get Waterblade Wave Water Cannon and go from there. As you can see, Waterblade dealing 150,000 damage. It is a must to have the water skills, guys. They deal way too much damage to ignore them, and then you can get yourself, I would say 5,000 is a base. We were really, really lucky here, so we got 7,000, but you are looking from 5,000 up in Pansuns every single run. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, Keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.